So Delphine, could you please do you mind introducing yourself? Let's say, tell us about where you come from, what kind of background you have, what you used to do before actually coming here in the ethnographic collection, and how would you define your role within this collection today?
Okay, so I'm French and I live in London for 3 years. And before that I was living in Paris. I study art history and museum studies at École du Louvre and La Sorbonne. I did some research at La Sorbonne as well in art history. I taught art history during 10 years in various places like École du Louvre as well, and a school of cinema, for instance. So it was various places like that. And then I worked for an NGO called, in French it's Patrimoine Sans Frontières, in English it would be Heritage Without Borders. And so we were working on safeguarding cultural heritage, including museum artifacts, but not only, also cultural buildings, everyday buildings, intangible heritage as well. So it was really, there were a lot of links with anthropology actually, but we were focusing on post-crisis country, just like Balkanic area, for instance, just after the Balkanic Wars, or like post the Haitian area after the earthquake, the last earthquake 4 years ago, or we worked also in Madagascar, because it was the crisis was poverty there. So yeah, it was various. And then I went to work to Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the same type of same kind of topic, cooperation around archaeology and this kind of stuff. And I arrived at UCL through, because basically, just to be short, I used to work at École du Louvre. One of the curators here still teach at École du Louvre, and one of my best friends was a postdoc here, so he made the link between us. And this is the way I start I start my work here as a collection manager. So. And so I arrived in November 2011. Basically, what I'm doing here, I'm just different points that I'm doing. The first thing is taking care of on a day-to-day basis of the collection. Try to keep the object here. That means a lot of conservation projects, but very simple tasks, just like building boxes for objects, trying to put them in the best way to keep them correctly, and also conservation project with the conservation team of Museum and Collection Studies, and also volunteer students from conservation studies as well. This is one thing. Second thing is also to work, as this is a collection study, so this is to work in relation with the rest of the departments and students to open the door to everyone who wants to work on the collection and to try to help people when they are working here. Third thing is the documentation. So I have a volunteer team working on the documentation on Monday, for instance, and every time we are doing an event or like a small exhibition or a loan of objects, we are also trying to do documentation on all of this. So this is everything that you have to do basically in a collection. On the object, in relation also with people working with your object. I'm part of all these tasks. And of course, all of this is related to the two curators of the collection, who are Heidi Gesma and Ludovic Clogier.